People went from loving the gospel to not taking it too seriously, really just being silly in faith or lukewarm, to just turning away from faith, period. Putting your beliefs, faith, and spirituality behind you and never looking back. Notice how we didn't see the bodies of the people in the choir get cleaned up like the man in the chair. I believe this was done on purpose to emphasize that faith can be killed and no one cares. Hip hop, the music itself, is more important to the people than the Most High. Now, I briefly want to talk about the part of the song where Childish Gambino says, "This is a celly, that's a tool." On the surface, people interpret it as him saying, we now live in a time where we can use our phones to capture things like police brutality, and in hindsight he is. But this part also has a double meaning. I also believe this scene is bringing awareness, or should bring awareness, to people that we aren't using our devices as a resourceful tool, but for more like foolishness. That is why the kids in this scene seem to be zoned out into their phones and are practically ignoring all the chaos going on around them. They're probably on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. This part, in my opinion, is also biblical. In 2 Timothy reflects what the whole music video is about and what America is about today. 2 Timothy says, people will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not lovers of the good, treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying its power. Have nothing to do with such people. They are the kind who worm their way into homes and gain control over gullible women, who are loaded down with sins and are swayed by all kinds of evil desires, always learning but never able to come to a knowledge of the truth.
The book of Revelation in the Bible contains many intriguing visions. One of them is in chapter 6. There the Apostle John is shown 4 mounted horses that gallop into view. The first horse is white, the second is red, the third is black, and the fourth is pale. What do these 4 horses represent? I believe the answer lies in what Jesus Christ told his disciples about the end time. In order to see clearly what the first horse, the white one, represents, we will start with the last horse and work back to the first. Concerning the 4th horse, the Apostle John wrote, I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and the name of him who sat on it was Death, and Hades followed with him. And power was given to them over 1/4 of the earth, to kill with sword, with hunger, with death, and by the beasts of the earth. When the text says people will be killed with death, the Greek word translated death appears to refer to deadly diseases, in other words, pestilences. In Matthew 24, Jesus spoke of the end time and said, there will be pestilences. Here Jesus highlighted one of the causes of people being killed by the emergence of the 4th horse. Let's take a look at the 3rd horse. John wrote, I looked, and behold, a black horse, and he who sat on it had a pair of scales in his hand. A pair of scales indicates scarcity of food. An illustration of this can be seen in the book of Leviticus, where the Lord pronounced, when I have cut off your supply of bread, they shall bring back your bread by weight, and you shall eat and not be satisfied. The next verse in Revelation 6 says, and I heard a voice saying, a quart of wheat for a denarius. A quart of wheat equals a daily ration for one person. And at the time of the Apostle John, a denarius was 1 day's wage for an average worker. The voice John heard was saying that a day's ration of basic food will cost the equivalent of an average worker's entire daily wage. Such hyperinflation follows a dreadful famine. Just before mentioning pestilences, Jesus said, "There will be famines." This shows that what Jesus pointed to here matches the third horse. Let's now look at the second horse. John recorded, "Another horse, fiery red, went out, and it was granted to the one who sat on it to take peace from the earth, and that people should kill one another, and there was given to him a great sword." The imagery of a sword indicates war. This is illustrated in the book of Isaiah, where it says, "Your men shall fall by the sword, and your mighty in the war." War will therefore take peace from the earth. Just before Jesus mentioned famines, he said, "You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, for nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." We see here that what Jesus says lines up with the second horse. There remains the first horse. John wrote, "I looked, and behold, a white horse. He who sat on it had a bow, and a crown was given to him, and he went out conquering and to conquer." In the time of John, a Roman general would ride on a white horse when returning with victory. A white horse is therefore a symbol of conquest. The white color need not portray anything good and pure. The horseman's crown that was given to him is a symbol of authority, and the bow the rider on the white horse has in his hand is a symbol of might. An example of this can be seen in the book of Hosea, where the Lord says, "I will break the bow of Israel," meaning the might of Israel. The horseman holding the bow has presumably arrows with him too. The book of Jeremiah speaks of armies that hold the bow. Obviously, having a bow implies having arrows too. In the New Testament, believers are commanded to take the shield of faith, with which they will be able to quench all the fiery darts of Satan. These darts are shot from his bow. Thus the bow in the hand of the horseman can be seen as a symbol of Satan's might.
So as we can see, the rider of this white horse seems to be the Antichrist, and the Antichrist is coming in the last days to deceive everybody. This is how we know Childish Gambino is showing us the last days throughout this whole video. He's laying it all out for us in front of our own eyes, and we have to open our eyes and see this. Okay, because this is exactly what's going on right now in America, and God will bring judgment to America. Understand that. And as in the days of Noah, or as in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah, we see that we will be still dancing, still having fun, still partying, still drinking, still sinning in so many different ways, and ignoring the fact that the end is here. It is upon us. Okay? We have to wake up and start realizing and watching for the signs as the Lord commanded us to do, because the end is here. And this is what Childish Gambino is telling you. And now, real quick, before I end this video, I just want to point out one more thing. This scene at the very end where you see Childish Gambino running away from people, that symbolizes him running away from America. That symbolizes him getting out of America. And he's telling us that's what we should do. We should do that ASAP. We should get out of America. Now, is getting out of America going to help? No, because you, no matter where you are in the world, can escape God's wrath. Okay? But that's what all these rich people are doing now. You can go look it up. The elite are packing up and shipping out, and they're moving all their stuff and their families and their homes and their money all to New Zealand. Okay? So we need to understand that this symbolic message of what Gambino is telling us is that God will bring judgment on America first. We know America is going down, and he's trying to warn us now to get out before it's too late. All right. Now, that's all I have for you guys today. Did you notice anything that I didn't notice in this video? There's so many different meanings and symbols put inside of this video. I mean, we're talking about everything from gun laws to even weed and so much more. But what did you guys notice? Let me know. Sound off in the comment section. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Also hit that bell so you get notifications, so you know whenever I upload my new videos. And I love you, family. I'll holla at you later. Peace. Thank you for watching Up TV. If you like this video and would love to see more, check out these great videos here. And don't forget to subscribe to Up TV and Up TV 2 for even more great videos.